Hey everyone, welcome back to Elden Ring. So, before we go any further, let's talk about the Wondrous Physic. We picked it up here at the Third Church of America. Now, as you can see, you've got 2 memory slots here. Let's pretty much just add 1 to each. For the moment, I'm going to go for the Spike Crack tier plus the stamina buff. So this one boosts charge attacks, which is kind of helpful against bigger enemies. 2 charged heavies and they go down anyways. This one temporarily boosts stamina. So, yeah, kind of helpful. We get way better ones later on, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. For the moment, what we want to do is just jump on our horse and head north into like a little pond with heaps of shrubs in it. So northeast from the church. And you'll see a teleporter. Now, this is going to take us to another area where we probably shouldn't be, but that is fine. We'll just run past everything, it's no biggie. Grail's Dragon Burrow. So what we're aiming to do now is get probably about 75,000 souls. Now you can see we're at 1,000, so 75,000, perfect. That'll get us the stats that we need to use the blade and just give us a good head start on things so we can tackle this first area with a bit more ease. If you remember in the previous episode, we killed the Tibia Mariner, which is located in the Summoner Village. That dropped Death Root, and we want to give that Death Root to this guy. Alright, so he gives us the Clawmark Seal and the Beast Eye. Now, Clawmark Seal is pretty good. We can't use it right now, but it's a relatively cheap Sacred Seal to use. So if we ever bump our faith up to 10, I mean, we'll be able to use it anyways, but there's so much items that buff up your stats in this game, it's ridiculous, so we shouldn't even need to. Anyways, jump on your horse, carry on past the gargoyle, and we're actually going to rest at this next grace. I believe there's a seed on the way there too, there is. Right there. Okay, and this grace you want to rest at. It'll transport us to the Round Table Hold, which is sort of like the Firelink Shrine of Elden Ring. We won't linger there for long. In fact, we'll come straight back here.
To determine if you had, it seems my worry torrent, whereas there is, but I can take gathering. Very well, let my hand.
I love it how it gives you like an option to say something, but it only gives you one option. So there's no option to say anything. I just don't understand that. We'll give you the choice of nothing. Alright, and this is a Round Table Hold. Pretty cool. We'll be coming back here later. So for the moment, I advise you just to press your map and warp right on back to where we were, which is just over here at the Farum Great Bridge. Now, because we don't have the map fragment just yet, I'd advise just following my lead. We'll get the map fragment in this episode, so it's no biggie. Just make sure you have a katana, and if you don't have a katana, make sure you have something with bleed on it, otherwise this will take probably a little bit longer than it should. If you want to avoid this whole step for now, then don't worry about it. We'll come across a katana later on. On the note of running with your horse, you only have to press circle once. Otherwise, pressing it again just does like a quick dash move and uses up stamina. Otherwise, like, this is walking speed, this is running speed. It's not very different. You do have a double jump, which is kind of cool. Okay, we're just going to ignore this dude completely. In fact, I should have taken more of a wide berth. Run directly behind the tree and jump up the wind tunnel. And then from here we're just going to go straight ahead southwest. think this is Fort Faroth, if I remember correctly. Does it even tell us? It does. It is Fort Faroth. Awesome. So, this fellow right here, this big, giant dragon, does not attack you. He has 5 dragons around him that you have to kill in order to make him go away. This dragon over here is one of them, above our short sword there. We're not even going to go near them. They won't come near us. All we're going to do is attack him. Now, you can see up in the right-hand corner there, his health bar. You can see just how little damage we're doing. Now, letting the stamina refill. Just keep waiting for the bleed proc. And there we go, 13,000 damage, and that just took out a huge chunk of his health. So we keep doing this for about 5 minutes. I swear, every Souls game has got one of these things. Okay, so now that that's done, we should have about 74,000 runes at our disposal, plus 5 dragon hearts. $76,000, nice. So this will get us our base stats for what we want to carry on in this game. So for the most part, taking Vigor to 20, Dexterity to 20, Strength to 20, I'll take Endurance to 15, and I'll put 1 into Intelligence. I'm slowly going to work that way up to 20. The base level of Intelligence that we want is 20. Mainly for a weapon, well, it is for a weapon that we want to get. Love it so much. Anyways, now we can use our Bloodfang Blade. Change out for our shield. And yeah, the torch is alright for the moment. So in the right hand side of the character status menu, you'll see equip load. Now we want to always pretty much stay at medium load. If you go into, say, like heavy, like say we attach a katana to that and you try to roll, your fat roll, if you weigh bugger all, you'll go into light load, which means you can jump further, you can roll further. So yeah, it's definitely recommended for medium roll. Anyways, that'll scale with endurance. So the higher you level up your endurance, the more equip load you'll have, the more crap you can put on your character. Anywho, from here, as you can see, just over here in the cloudy distance is a map fragment. So we're just going to quickly go and pick up that. That's a level 2 marker. Why have I got a level 2 marker? 2 marker. There we go. These markers just do my head in, man. Has to be number 1 where I'm going. Alright, so we're just going to follow the path. Ignore all the enemies. It's a pretty simple run through. I think there's dragons, but they're not that quick. So we're just keeping this fence to our left. There's a dragon over... Is that a dragon? No, it's a tree. My bad. So this is Northern Khalid. So Northern Khalid or Khalid, however you pronounce it. This area is just massive for damage, man. Like, these enemies will rip you a new one. So we'll be coming to this area way later on. Southern Caleb will be tackling probably just after. Like, this will probably be, the Southern Caleb will probably be the 3rd area that we come to. So anyways, pick up the map fragment for Dragon Burrow. And then just follow directly west and you'll see a tree root that we can ride under, and there's a grace in that. There we go. So that just fills out that map a little bit more. Yep, so that area there. Now, where are we going from here? Got that. No, we didn't get that. Okay, so this is going back to round tables. So from here, as a general rule of thumb, if you hit triangle, square, and X, it'll take you straight to the round table. Okay, and from here, we want to just go through small amounts of things here. We've got Gideon. He's sort of like the big daddy of the round table. Alright. Coming over here, we have Dialos. He's looking for his maiden, I think. Coming up here, there's nothing up here yet, but we do have an NPC that normally sits there. Don't jump down there, because you will get your ass handed to you by an invader. Here is D. You can study incantations off him. Nothing that great. Alright, exhaust his dialogue. Come over here. This is your faith merchant, so he will sell you incantations as well. So yeah, this is pretty much your faith guy, which pyromancy comes under faith these days. Alright, coming to the left, we're going to talk to this dude. He's not going to say anything, but he'll give us an emote. What do you want? Over here is the bell ladies. Now, if we pick up a bell bearing, which is more in the last 50% rather than the first, you can offer them a bell bearing and it'll expand their shop. For the moment, they sell, answers requests from summoning hunters. If you've ever played Dark Souls, this is like the blue sentinels and stuff like that, or Way of the Blue. Rune fragments, rune arcs, we'll be picking up on that a bit later, so I wouldn't worry about those too much. Cipher ring, when invaded, requests the aid of a hunter. So pretty much put on that if you're being invaded. Put on this if you want to help someone who's being invaded. Yeah, just little things like that. You got your scimitars, your axe, your shield. If you didn't pick up the shield that we got, and you want something like it, this is not a bad shield. Anyways, good merchant. You can't attack here, just for the record, so kind of good. Coming over to this room, we have a mirror on our right, which just means we can apply cosmetics. So it just means we can change the look of our character. We can change anything about them, really. This is Fear.
Greetings. I am circumgrate. Perhaps you doing so, and you. Do you think it where I come from?
So she just wants to grab your head and stick it in her boobs. She calls it a hug, but I'm not seeing that as a hug.
You are. What it is, come back to. I will take you.
Alright, so she gives a debuff to your health, so it decreases your health a little bit. I personally have never really noticed it that much. It's very minimal, so I wouldn't worry about if that affected you whatsoever. I'm not sure if the debuff is now or... Yeah, it might be once we use this Boulderchin's Blessing? Boulderchin's? Whatever. Anyways, we have the blacksmith over here. He is going to help us level up our stuff when we can. For the moment, though, I just want to go on to Ash of War. Hit Beast Crush Shield, and this is where the no-skill Ash of War applies. So before it would have used parry, whereas now we'll just use the Bloodhound Fangs Ash of War. Oops. So you're a prisoner. Alright, sweet. So talk to him, that's fine. So now you can see we don't have parry anymore. Instead we have Bloodhound's Finesse, which is the same if we were to two-hand our weapon. From here, there's nothing down there at the moment. We need a couple of stone sword keys, but that is fine. So that's a round table hold. If you want, you can rest at the table. Works as a giant grace. In fact, yeah, let's add some seeds to our flask. I feel like this is going to be kind of necessary. So we use one, and then it goes to 2, which we don't have enough. We did pick up one of these secretaires, so that's cool. Didn't pick up 2. Alright, so now we have 5 flasks and 1 blue. Where are we going from here? Round table, gatefront. Okay, so this is where we're going to gatefront. So this is now we're going to start our journey, our proper journey. Before we carry on, I'm going to trade the wolves out for skeletons. Skeletons are great because once they die, they just resurrect, and you've got to hit them after they're dead to stop the resurrection, but most enemies don't think about that, so they just walk off once they're dead. It's kind of cool. Anywho's, so you just want to use sneak up on this dude over here, and then go for the critical. Open up the chest, and we got the Lord Sworn's greatsword. Used it for my first playthrough, kind of. I didn't really like it. You may love it. These two here, brilliant for trying to farm this brass shield that they have. So if you want to rest at the Grace and just kill these guys over and over until they drop it, I would almost recommend doing that, because that shield is boss, man. Like, it's just brilliant defense. Rune fragment. Okay, and then we want to jump this corner here, and this guy in the center we want to take out because he has a horn. Doesn't really matter because we just pissed off the boss anyway. This guy's annoyed. And now I would say is a good time to bring out the skeletons. Even the jellyfish wouldn't do too bad here, I don't think. Oh, you hit so not hard. Alright, great thing about the Ash of War on this is that you can use it and then follow up with a heavy R2 and it'll go back for a second hit. Given that they stay in the way. Alright, he's out of the picture. So coming on towards our left, there are 2 dudes here, maybe even 3. I think there's only 2. And a flail, which, to be honest, is a weapon I've never really used. It looks ridiculous. Some of the better forms of it look alright, though. Alright, come up on the carriage and pick up the flail. Alright, and from here we're just going to go completely southwest. It's going to be a couple of dogs, a couple of Lord Sworn soldiers. I think they're Lord Sworn soldiers. Oh, and it's the skeleton. He's going to try revive, and he did. These guys are awesome. See that blue smoke coming out of them? That's the resurrection. Brilliant quality to have on a summons. Anyways, grab the thin beast bones from them if they dropped any. Oh, cool, we got their surcoat. So, if these guys do drop their armor, look at how much better that is than anything I've got on. So, we're going to drop the helmet and wear that. If they don't drop it, I mean, yeah, I feel like it's kind of a 50-50. Some playthroughs it does, some playthroughs it doesn't. Anyways, grab the Ash of War Storm Stomp, and the Whetstone Knife. So now that we have the Whetstone Knife, we can change Ash of Wars at the Grace. It's that simple. Just makes everything that little bit easier. From here, we're going to go to Agheel Lake North and talk to an NPC. Okay. So I would definitely change it to daytime here. So there are certain enemies that only spawn at night, and this is an area where one of them spawns. It's fine, we could probably take them on, but I'd rather take them on once we've upgraded the weapon a little bit more. And we're going to hear someone calling out for help.
You there. Could you help us out, Cully?
Okay, grab the Arteria leaf. And then just left of that, you'll see these little sheepies and orange bush. You just want to whack it.
You were just... Thank you. I was... When I ended up... Oh, when they... So this is all right.
Alright, exhaust his dialogue for 10 mushrooms. And then we are going to carry on for an Ash of War. So look towards the bridge. Should be an Ash of War somewhere. Oh, there he is. Come back. Alright, so we got determination. Dudes, you guys need to stop that. Okay. Horse combat. Since I don't like doing horse combat, I just normally fight horses on their own. This weapon is great for that. You can kill the horse and the hunter. However, if you just kill the horse, the hunter will fall down, come up to them, and you can do a critical while they're on the ground. Not the biggest fan of just running around in circles attacking. Anyways, pick up the smithing stone, and away we go. We are going to go now to a convoy. Has a fair amount of enemies in it. You don't need to kill a single one. All you need to do is tap the trolls, or one of the trolls at the front, and the convoy will stop. So, running past, just do a quick tap, and then dismount, grab the item, the great axe, and then we're coming off. Now these cliffs to the northeast, I really just want to ride over here. I feel like there's an item, I could be wrong. Oh, there is an item. It's a gold pickled fowlfoot. So that will increase the amount of souls that you receive from killing enemies. For a limited time, of course, but you know. Anyways, coming around the back of the ruins, we have these giant plants. They don't like fire. If you get poisoned, don't worry about it too much. It's not the biggest thing in the world. In fact, I may just use my skellies for this. Little plants. Okay, so we got the immunizing cure meat, poison bloom, Miranda powder. The only thing I know that's a guaranteed drop or item around that area is the immunizing cure meat. Otherwise, other than that, I don't think any of the others are. I think they're random. Anyways, you want to come over here and into this particular area. Keep in mind we are still poisoned, so this is just going to have to be quick. Really just want to run, dodge, and just get an attack off where you can with this guy. If we had a full FP meter, it would probably kill him in 2 or 3 hits. That is fine. So generally on bigger enemies, if you get off 2 charged, fully charged, heavy attacks, they will just go down, and their critical attack is generally around their head area. 90% of enemies have like an orange glowing spot where you'll notice wow, I just pressed out. It'll have a giant orange spot that you can hit. Really, it's your big indicator. Wow, that was so tongue-tied. I can't even imagine trying to do that again. Anyways, open up the door. Talk to Selim. Still want to learn. She has a cool quest. I like hers for some reason. So you can study sorcery if you want. Otherwise, you get the nod and thought gesture. And from here, we are going to... I see, we're going to hit a camp. for a scroll and an epi. Snoring dog in the background, I'm so sorry. How's our time? Oh, 24 minutes, sweet. Okay, so bypass the convoy. I mean, like I said, kill these guys if you want. In fact, I'm going to travel the cliffs. So just for record, that was the waypoint ruins that we were just at. I can't show you right now because we're almost in combat. There's a cemetery over here. Oh, this is the one we hit where we jumped up from the mist ruins. Mist woods. Can't believe this is only episode 3. I feel like we've gotten so much content done. Alright. Now, there are 2 enemies in particular I'm going to kill before anything else here. Gonna jump up the cliff. They're 2 sorcerers and they can just be a big pain in the ass. So, one's on this cliff. And obviously the one that shot us is on the opposing cliff. Pick up the Royal House Scroll. As a general rule of thumb for any scrolls or prayer books or anything you pick up, do not let anyone else read them or give them to anyone unless they're a giant turtle. There is a giant turtle that you can dump all of that crap into and he won't disappear, whereas majority of the other NPCs do. So anyways, from here we're just going to clear out the camp. Please drop your shield. Nope. It's a few more reviews where, yeah, 1. Nope. Do feel like there's a couple more of these guys. There's one. Drop down in the distance. Where are you going? Come here. The hammers are quite neat. I must admit, I enjoyed playing through these beginning sections with that. Oh, shield. Ah, bolt. Dumb. Take out the guy on the horse. Oh. Whoa, almost got our follow-up, but not quite. Oh, Lord. Oh, bad horse. I'm just being sloppy because I know these guys are chumps. Yeah. Suck it. Right. Oh, we picked up a glintstone staff. Yay. All of those are random drops. Ruin fragments are kind of cool because it means you can craft rainbow stones down the track. So anyways, you want this chest here, and that's going to get you the Great Epi. And from here, we're just going to go all the way to the Agheel Lake South Grace. I think that'll be all we need for this episode. What do we got next time? We have Ash of War, Bloody Hunter Yura. Yeah, so we're kind of taking on a little bit of the lake. Steaming Human Chiefs and the Tail. Yeah, so we're not taking on the lake just yet. The lake is next episode. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. I will see you here next time.